From the very moment he arrived as the enforcer of the bloodline, Solo Sikoa has taken every brutal, savage element of his predecessors and refined them into a near-perfect smashing machine. Even in the year before his arrival, Solo raised eyebrows and garnered buzz while competing in NXT. But nobody could have predicted just how smoothly his transition to the main roster would go. And before I go on any further, let me make one thing perfectly clear. I'm only saying what I'm saying about Solo Sikoa because I am a wise man. I'm a professional. And because I'm being handsomely compensated for my stellar work as your host of the WWE 2K25 showcase. I haven't forgotten what Solo Sikoa and his rogue bloodline did to me. But I also know better than to let personal feelings hinder your professional endeavors. So with that being said, since his arrival at Clash at the Castle in 2022, Solo Sikoa has consistently been involved in WWE's biggest moments and biggest matches. He's been victorious in War Games. He's repeatedly enforced the Bloodline's will to maintain Roman Reigns' status as undisputed WWE Universal Heavyweight Champion.
I brought Solo in as an insurance policy. Solo was here to protect me. Solo was here to maintain the Promised Land. He's violent. He's strong, he's fast, he's all those things. And he betrayed me. Any man who would betray me must be a very dangerous man.
Solo defeated John Cena. Solo elected to betray your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, in an attempt to bestow upon himself the title of tribal chief. When I refused to acknowledge Solo as my tribal chief, you are not my tribal. He, Tamatonga, Tongaloa, and Jacob Fatu put me through a table in Madison Square Garden. And that led to opportunities to compete for the undisputed WWE Heavyweight Championship. It's led to more visibility with Solo's rogue bloodline ruling over SmackDown. Every choice Solo made only furthered his standing in WWE. He has the bloodlust of the wild Samoans, the brutality of his cousin Yokozuna, and the single-minded focus of Roman Reigns, all rolled into one. There is no question the future is his for the taking, and that he will be champion many times over, and that he may set records of his own before it's all said and done. Few men have so quickly served notice to all of WWE in the manner that Solo Sikoa has done. Whether you want to acknowledge him or not is irrelevant. One way or another, Solo Sikoa forces you to do just that, or you will suffer severe consequences. One by one, each and every single superstar on the WWE roster is going to find that out. Solo will make sure of it. I, of course, will simply await any and every opportunity for your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, to teach Solo some manners. Until that happens, though, we are taking you back to the one-year anniversary special for NXT 2.0, which saw then North American champion Carmelo Hayes, and indeed, he is him, issue an open challenge. Unfortunately for the future superstar, it was to be answered by Solo Sikoa, and things went as well for Hayes as you can probably guess. Showcase the unrelenting fury that has made Solo Sikoa nearly unstoppable and defeat Carmelo Hayes to earn Solo his first championship victory. It won't be easy against Carmelo, especially when he has Trick Williams watching his back. And if you make one mistake against the champ, he'll take his shot and most likely hit nothing but net.
Here comes the A-Champ.
The following contest scheduled for one fall is for the NXT North American Championship. Accompanied by Trick Williams, he is the NXT North American Champion, Carmelo Hayes.
Mello and Trick looking so pleased with themselves after attacking Wes Lee.
NXT 2.0 celebrating its first anniversary, all thanks to amazing talent like this man.
Hayes has a look right now. He probably thinks he's getting the night off and another day on his North American title reign.
Well, after what Mello and Trick just did to Wes Lee, who's going to have the guts to step up and take Lee's place?
What? This place is shaking!
We never thought we'd see Sikoa again.
His opponent from Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing in at 250 pounds, Solo Sikoa!
And Solo is dressed to fight, too. I really didn't think we'd see him again.
We saw him at Clash at the Castle 10 days ago where he cost Drew McIntyre the WWE Universal Championship.
Well, as far as I'm personally concerned, Sikoa isn't welcome around here. Mello needs the night off.
Well, Mello talks about wearing the biggest crown in the WWE, but it's Sikoa who sits at the biggest table in WWE.
Well, he wasn't exactly invited to sit at this table now, was he?
We said to expect the unexpected. Is this title match going to happen?
Now, this is a surprise. Carmelo Hayes seemingly had no challenger for his North American title, but Solo Sikoa just showed up here and said, I got next.
Thank goodness. Mello had an opponent chosen by the NXT Universe as they voted for Wes Lee. But Mello and Trick brutally attacked Lee backstage. Now we're being spared a Mello-bration and getting a real match.
And I would have never expected Sikoa to show up. He just joined the Bloodline on SmackDown, and now he's in the main event of NXT. Can the Bloodline get even more gold tonight?
Did you see Mello's reaction when Sikoa's music hit? Hayes looked like he saw it. And Sikoa sent toward the ropes, and Carmelo Hayes with a kick right into the midsection. Mello taking it to Sikoa here.
The power of Solo just a little too much for the A-Champ in this instance.
What a chop.
Trademark viciousness. Lack of mercy. That's what Solo Sikoa is all about.
Into the corner. Big splash by Sikoa. Mello in trouble. Sikoa. Trick Williams making sure Mello got out of harm's way. Well, at least momentarily.
Yeah, momentarily is right. Sikoa continuing to inflict more punishment on the champ.
And Hayes takes out Williams on the outside. Solo standing strong.
Solo not allowing the presence of Trick Williams to distract him whatsoever.
Solo has the mindset to destroy anyone in the way of...
Oh, it's soon. We could be seeing a submission.
He lets his opponent out of the submission.
Yeah, but who knows what damage has been done. Caught with a clothesline.
You got to be impressed by both Solo Sikoa and Carmelo Hayes. They've taken NXT 2.0.
Rolled up from behind. This could be it.
This is why ring awareness is your friend. The pin attempt undone by proximity to the ropes.
Oof, ruthless striking.
Massive miscalculation on that one.
Ooh! Oh, what a kick.
Oof. Sikoa in command. And you got to wonder if Melo is regretting his words, regretting his actions.
Sent into the corner. And an elbow. Kick to the stomach. A striking blow.
And you can see the effects of that on Hayes' face now.
Big uppercut rocks the jaw of Carmelo Hayes. Ripped out of the corner.
Looking to put him away. And now Trick Williams up on the apron, causing a distraction.
Trick paying dividends. Ooh. First 48.
And that could be the turning point for the North American champion.
Oh, Samoa drop by Sikoa. Cover now for the win. Hayes kicks it too.
And Williams once again on the apron.
You can see how concerned Trick Williams is that Carmelo Hayes' championship hopes, might be fading away.
Super kick drops Williams. Hayes picked out of the sky.
Oh, and a spinning Solo.
Is that it for Carmelo Hayes? Trick is out. Carmelo is dazed. Here's your chance, Solo. The title could be yours.
Rearing way back.
Boom! Samoan spike.
Looking for the
title change. What the? Sikoa is the new champion.
Here is your winner, and new NXT North American Champion, Solo Sikoa!
Solo is your new champion. It is the North American title now going...
You won't have your architect anymore. You won't have your visionary anymore. You won't have your revolutionary anymore. You will have your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, but you'll never again have Seth freaking Rollins. Roman Reigns will put an end to Seth Rollins in WWE. And then the only way you'll ever be able to see Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins will be in the WWE 2K25 showcase. Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins from the 2022 Royal Rumble. And that's not a prediction. That's a spoiler.
The big question as we kick off Royal Rumble, will Roman survive tonight?
Well, the man who's walking down the aisle here in front of 44,000 plus is the greatest champion of all time, transcending the business. And tonight, it's personal. For 17 months, Roman Reigns has dominated everyone. And luckily for Roman, he's had a special counsel and his cousins to help him keep cool, keep focused, and concentrate on the business at hand.
Now Paul Heyman is gone, and the Usos are barred from ringside. And without those calming forces, Corey, cracks started to form last night in Roman's armor.
No telling how Roman's going to handle things on his own. It's been years since he competed on his own. But that's the situation we're seeing right now for the Tribal Chief. In recent weeks, Seth Rollins touched on the one thing that Roman Reigns has not been able to get over: the dissolution of the Shield at the hands of Seth Rollins.
Roman Reigns is a loyal man, a family man, and what Seth Rollins did to his family was cowardly in the eyes of the head of the table, the Tribal Chief, the man who is blessed by the gods of sports entertainment.
Corey, on SmackDown last night, we saw one thing that we haven't seen out of Roman Reigns. We saw Roman Reigns lose his cool.
Look at this. Even more mind games from Rollins. As we heard that music pop right there, the Shield, you can't help but have a little nostalgia. You can't help but think back to the glory days of when the Shield would go to town, beating everybody down.
Until that man right there, Seth freaking Rollins, decided to tear it apart.
Seth Rollins says he knows Roman Reigns so well. He knows how to prey on the insecurities of the Universal Champion. He knew there was one thing that Reigns will never get over, and that is that Seth Rollins chose to end the Shields.
The infamous blow to the back of Roman Reigns with a steel chair many years ago, which broke up perhaps the greatest faction in WWE history. Well, tonight, Rollins will use that to get in the head of the champ and win the Universal title.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the Universal Championship. Introducing the challenger from Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 217 pounds, Seth freaking Rollins. And his opponent from Pensacola, Florida, weighing in at 265 pounds, he is the Universal Champion, Roman Reigns.
It's been interesting watching Reigns throughout these introductions, muttering to himself at times. Honestly, Rollins seems to be in Roman's head. Bell rings and the WWE Universal title is on the line. Roman Reigns, over 500 days as Universal Champion, but nobody has been in his head like his old brother-in-arms, Seth Rollins.
Well, Seth freaking Rollins tore that brotherhood apart 8 years ago, and we can now see that the Tribal Chief never truly recovered from that night.
Well, speaking of family, the Usos have been banned from ringside, and last month, Roman fired Heyman from the bloodline. So right now, the head of the table needs to win without any allies by his side.
Oh, good night. Sorry.
Gentlemen, for 17 months, Roman Reigns has dominated. He had special counsel and cousins to help him stay in control, to keep us cool, to concentrate on the business at hand. But now Paul Heyman is gone, and the Usos are barred from ringside.
Without those calming forces, cracks have started to show. Every comment Rollins has made about their past cuts deeper. Every mind game breaks Roman's spirit even further. This might be the toughest physical battle the Tribal Chief has faced, but it definitely is his toughest mental battle.
Roman certainly seems out of his comfort zone right now, guys.
Reigns and his comfort zone aren't even in the same zip code tonight, Cole. Unless he can snap out of it fast, he's going to make a mistake that Rollins will capitalize on.
Shot to the face gets them out of that spot. And the wise man, Paul Heyman, will be at ringside for a championship match tonight, just not this one.
And that's just sickening to me, Cole. Reigns had just cause for firing the wise man, and now Paul's right back with his old client. Heyman has zero loyalty to the bloodline.
Okay, Corey, did you forget the fact that Roman attacked Heyman? Anyway, Reigns just needs to forget all of that tonight. Rollins is already playing next-level mind games in this match. Reigns cannot let Paul Heyman's actions affect him.
Superman punch from Reigns. Absolutely laid Rollins out. And now Reigns can finally overcome his former... Shield brother. Roman with his opponent across his own shoulders.
Rotates over for a flapjack.
The stomp has been so effective for Rollins, but he might have an even more dangerous move this night with the pedigree.
Indeed, the pedigree made famous by a man who's been part of the story since the beginning. Triple H, the man who manipulated Rollins into turning on the Shield, became something of a father figure for Rollins.
And judging by...
Looking to end this.
The schoolboy!
Carefully placed stomp to the arm. Oh.
Oh, not to the belly!
Oh, my God.
Springboard, but nobody home.
He's hurled out and crashes down to the floor. Taking things to the outside, but got to make sure to heed the officials' count.
Off the barricade. Face front off the barricade.
Seth Rollins says he knows Roman Reigns so well, says he knows how to prey on the insecurities of the Universal Champion.
Rollins knew there was one thing that Roman Reigns could never, ever get over, that it was Seth Rollins who chose to end the Shield.
That blow to the back of Roman Reigns with a steel chair so many years ago broke up perhaps the greatest faction in WWE history. Who'd have...
Rollins being put into the guillotine. This is the big... And would you look at that? He just let go of the submission.
Maybe he did the damage he meant to do and has something else in mind now.
Calculating the next move here.
All the way down.
What a display of strength here.
Are you kidding me?
I hate to say this, but the Tribal Chief has become extremely frazzled without the benefit of having the bloodline by his side.
Every little move Rollins makes seems to put Reigns on edge. This outfit, the Shield's entrance music. I bet if Rollins gave Roman a fist bump, it would make the Tribal Chief go nuclear.
And Roman Reigns demanding acknowledgement from the WWE Universe.
He's able to beat the count just in time. Totally helpless at the moment. Boom, with the button.
Going up,
But right hands create separation and an escape. The Tribal Chief has been dominant over the last 516 days since he captured the Universal Championship. Month after month, he's dominated every top contender on the SmackDown roster.
Roman Reigns has beaten big names over the last year and a half. But Braun Strowman, Rey Mysterio, the Demon Finn Balor, even John Cena. But Reigns has to be bothered by the fact that he has never been able to knock off Rollins in a premium live event match in his career. Never successfully defended a title against Rollins.
Indeed, two of the biggest PLE losses of Roman Reigns' career have been at the hands of Seth freaking Rollins. At Money in the Bank in 2016, Rollins defeated Reigns for the WWE title. And a year prior to that, Rollins committed the heist to the century and used the Money in the Bank to steal Roman's WWE Championship in the main event of WrestleMania.
Perfect execution from the champ.
I don't even think Roman's aware of where he is anymore. He has tunnel vision for Rollins. The only thing the Tribal Chief is seeing right now is red. And heaven have mercy on Reigns, old Shield brother now.
And here's Reigns now, misses wildly with the clothesline attempt. Spear! Spear by Reigns! Roman Reigns from out of nowhere with a spear!
That could end it for Rollins if Roman could just make the cover.
Roman trying to fight through the pain. Oh my, guys. Guys, look at what Rollins is doing.
After all these two have been through, Rollins wants that Shield fist bump.
Reigns shaking it off as Rollins continues to try to play mind games.
Yeah, but that may have triggered a litany of emotions within the Tribal Chief. Reigns unsure of what to do.
Roman Reigns determining what to do now. Will he slay his former brother? Reigns now. Look, gonna lock in the guillotine. Submission
Well, there's
move
your
locked
answer.
in. Submission move locked in.
Rollins in major peril right now. Rollins looking like he's starting to fade.
Seth trying desperately to make it to the bottom rope.
I'm not sure he can make it, Corey.
Trying to make it to the rope to force some sort of break. Seth trying to hang on. How can he do this here? Is Rollins going to tap there? What's Rollins going to do? Is he going to tap out?
Well, he makes it to the rope. Reigns has a 5 count to break the hold.
And Reigns breaks the hold here. Roman breaks the hold, and this match continues.
It just shows you how locked in Roman Reigns is to winning this match. Rollins just motionless now. Roman had that guillotine locked in far too long.
Well, the oxygen slowly circulating through Seth again, but I feel it's just a matter of time. The fun and games Rollins has been playing has...
Roman Reigns so dominant. Now the guillotine. And wait a second. Interesting turn of events here.
Yeah, he just released the...
Oh, Roman Reigns about to put his opponent away. No getting up from this.
That's it. The title's going nowhere.
Reigns has identified the target. This might be it. The champ might keep it here. Reigns is setting up right there. Here it comes.
That's got to be it. Consider the championship retained.
What a spear by Reigns.
The champ might have just sealed things.
The champ is in control.
Leaning on the turnbuckle here.
Reigns delivers a Superman punch. Not done yet.
Did the champ just finish the job?
Goes for the pin.
Retains the title.
Here is your winner, and still the Universal Champion, Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns has finally done it. Finally earned that title defense against Seth Rollins. Finally exorcised the ghost of the Shield.
It looks like a huge weight has been lifted from the shoulders of the Tribal Chief. Roman may never forgive Rollins.
I'm the last guy to knock a revolution. I've led a few of those, you know. I admire revolutionaries. I respect evolutionaries. They are the lifeblood of the bloodline. So when Solo Sikoa seized the moment and became the tribal chief in Roman Reigns' absence, I didn't like it. I don't even think I respected it. But something deep down in me admired it. That took some forward thinking.
I'm the chief now!
Now we all know what happened when the OG bloodline, led by Roman Reigns, faced the new Rogue bloodline, led by Solo Sikoa, in the War Games. But there was a discussion here while planning the WWE 2K25 showcase that has me, your wise man, admittedly a little intrigued. What if War Games was limited to only OG bloodline, no honorary uses, versus Solo's Rogue bloodline, no honorary uses? It's 4-on-4 Roman Reigns. The Usos, Sami Zayn, versus Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, Tongaloa, and the most dangerous new competitor WWE has ever seen, the Samoan werewolf Jacob Fatu. What happens then? This is your moment to determine who is the real bloodline. This is your moment to determine who is the only bloodline. This is where the bloodline's legacy and the bloodline's future is in your hands.
The following contest is the men's War Games match. The rules of the match are as follows. 2 teams will be contained in separate cages, with 1 member of each team starting the match. At regular intervals, alternating members from each team will be released to enter the match. The team with the advantage will be the first to have a member released into the match. Once all competitors have entered, War Games officially begins. The match can be won by pinfall or submission. Exiting the cage will result in a forfeit. And now, let the War Games begin!
The bloodline is in chaos. This wrestling dynasty is on the brink of collapse.
This conflict goes far beyond acknowledgement, Michael. This man and the original bloodline are fighting for their livelihood.
Introducing first, from San Francisco, California, weighing in at 242 pounds, main event, Jey Uso!
This man and the rest of the original bloodline is under attack. The new bloodline will do whatever it takes to wipe out the old guard.
But this man and the rest of his crew will not go down without a fight. This is a power struggle that could not be contained by a traditional 20-by-20 ring. He's ready to bring the heavy fire to the new bloodline.
The original bloodline was created with the wisdom of the elders, but this man and the new bloodline are destroying what was built.
Well, this conflict was unfathomable until now. The new bloodline is ready to hunt.
And from Sacramento, California, weighing in at 285 pounds, the Samoan werewolf,
The new bloodline does not live by a code. They do not act with honor. This man says the OG bloodline will suffer the consequences of their disloyalty.
We are looking at a heavy hitter with pure malice in his eyes.
And he's looking to make his name at the expense of the old guard of the bloodline.
The OG bloodline have never faced a threat like this.
The island of relevancy is no more. The OG bloodline is fighting bloodthirsty savages who will feast on whatever they can.
There will be no hesitation in pulling the trigger, and the OGs have got to match that ferocity.
And gentlemen, it is time for Bloodline War Games. Roman Reigns, the Usos, and Sami Zayn versus Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Jacob Fatu.
Both of these sides have a deep and abiding hatred for one another. Solo felt he was held down. His crew never called up during Roman's time as the tribal chief.
But most of the men on Roman's side were unceremoniously removed from the bloodline courtesy of Solo Sikoa. And those who weren't have faced continued attacks from the new bloodline.
And the winners tonight are very likely to be considered the true bloodline by the WWE.
From the top!
He fails to connect. I think tonight is going to be a breakout performance for Jacob Fatu. So much raw talent in that young man.
Every bloodline member, new and old, is a generational athlete. But Jacob seems to be a step ahead of every one of these men at times.
Many already believe Jacob can take the mantle as the leader of the bloodline. If he's the one to earn the victory tonight, his time as the tribal chief may come sooner than anyone thinks.
A lot to prove from the new bloodline tonight. Gentlemen, do you think they can do it?
Absolutely, Cole. Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, Tonga Loa, and Tama Tonga have been competing on a different level as of late.
There have been some major matches and earned titles too, but I worry they might not be as ready for War Games as Roman's crew. There's a lot more big match experience in general on Roman's side.
No, that may be true, but Solo's side has youth and a devil-may-care attitude that can work out tremendously inside War Games. I expect Solo's side to go all out here inside this sadistic structure.
Solo Sikoa's group at a decided disadvantage. His side has less experience inside this structure.
But look at how young and hungry Team Solo is. In particular, Tama Tonga is a real wild card. He's like a hyena locked in a cage with a bunch of raw meat.
I even asked Tama backstage if he was looking forward to this match, and he just said to me, yeah.
Great journalism there, Byron.
Thanks, Michael.
And another one.
If you're on the opposite side of this entry, you are bracing for a fight.
Driven down with a sidewalk slam.
He's trying again.
DDT plants them. Did Jacob Fatu get enough of it? Uh-oh. Half and half suplex. Lights out.
Got to be a bit tough for Jay to stand up amongst this team. Some close allies, but some enemies he's yet to forgive.
We've seen the wars that Jay has waged with his cousin Roman, with his brother Jimmy, but he needs to put that aside tonight.
And Jay has the title wins and the big victories that earn him the main event moniker. But if he's the one to put away the new bloodline, he will truly be the main event of War Games.
Placed against the turnbuckles.
Got them right in the corner. Oh, ouch. That kick will stop you in your tracks.
Taking on even more brutal damage there.
Could be getting into a dire situation soon.
Right to the face. Caught right in the jaw. What a shot.
If there's one man here with the most to prove, it's got to be Tonga Loa.
We've often seen that the man with the most to prove ends up being the difference maker in War Games.
Many folks think Tonga Loa is just a foot soldier for Solo. But let's not forget, this man is the son of Haku. Just like his father, Tonga Loa truly excels in a brawl. And there is no bigger brawl than War Games.
Oh, man.
Just like that, Tonga Loa gets stopped. And that move might have crossed the line.
Kick lands. Oh! In the face. Oh!
Solo Sikoa, leader of the new bloodline, has called himself the head of the table, called himself the tribal
chief. And when he asked the WWE Universe to acknowledge him, we're hearing more and more of the crowd agree. The Solo is growing in power with big wins and title reigns, but this is his biggest test yet. If his crew can defeat Roman's, Sikoa will be everything he says he is and more.
Searching under the ring now. This can't be good.
Things are no longer about to be even in this one, and he wants to make sure of that.
Looking for a belly-to-back suplex.
And entering into an absolute war zone. Top rope. Uso splash.
Can Jacob Fatu come back from that?
OG Bloodline leader Roman Reigns has so much on the line in this one, guys.
Oh, absolutely, Michael. Solo Sikoa took his spot at the head of the table. He says he's the new tribal chief.
And that is Roman's legacy. Those names, this group, they mean something. But the bloodline represents all that Roman has built in his career. And he needs to take it back tonight.
Good golly. Utilizing his power and tossing him across the rings.
Elbow drop.
Oh, look out. Ooh, stinging kick.
Dragon screw. Wear and tear of this match is clearly starting to get to him. Things will get back to an even playing field with the next entrant. 8 men in this war, but one seems to be fighting his own internal battle. That man, Jimmy Uso.
He's currently on Team Roman, but this might be an instance of the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Well, Jimmy had clashes with Roman. He went to war with his brother Jay. But the men who put Jimmy on the shelf for months stand across the ring. Jimmy's out for every member of Solo Squad tonight, and he'll deal with the rest of his fractured family later.
And guys, this is what War Games is all about. Both bloodlines leaving it all in the ring.
The old guard and new school trading their biggest shots in one of the most dangerous environments in all of WWE. Big right hand for the main event.
Sami Zayn grew so much as a member of the bloodline, it really gave him a sense of self-worth.
Yeah, but part of that self-worth came from defying Roman, from defeating the Usos, which begs the question, and I wish there was a better way to phrase this, is Sami Zayn still Uso?
I think he is, Corey. Sami seems a little Uso. He dives out of danger. This is right for him. These superstars are toiling away endlessly, and this crowd is on their feet in full appreciation. An incredible sight to see.
Timer's almost up. This next entry gives their team the advantage inside the cage.
both wrists captured.
Man, knee strike.
Tonga Loa put a stamp on this one.
We're at a vital stage in this matchup, and this audience is fully aware of it.
Yeah, they know another turning point can come at any second, and that can be the instant that ends it all.
Climbing into the ring, pretty much entering a war zone.
Every attack is lingering even longer right now.
And his body has to be in extreme amounts of pain right now.
Oh, they just chucked that hair right at him. Oh, kick right to the back. She's starting to feel the effects of this attack.
Destructive offense from Jimmy.
Well, meanwhile, here's Sami Zayn.
Crucial moment for Tonga Loa.
Drops the elbow.
And Tonga won't be having a good night if he allows more offense like that. Oof. Oh, right to the throat.
Jay nailed all of it.
Entering even more dangerous territory. Scallying the war again. Uso.
Splash.
Jay can seal it here.
Placing him in the corner.
And the corner taking on some damage.
Well, what's this going to be? It's going to be bad. It's going to be real bad.
Oh, no. What a second. Here comes the buzzer. The numbers advantage vanishes with this next entry.
And his head is taking even more damage. Tribal Chief Solo Sikoa joining Bloodline War Games.
Taking it to the trachea. And he's just been tossed aside into a new terrain.
Slam the door shut and brace for impact. War Games are now officially underway.
This is the moment it's all been building to. The ultimate test for these teams begins now. Punch! Reigns with a Superman punch!
Starting to scale up the War Games wall. He's got something in mind. That could put Solo down for good. Oh, stop side to the noggin. Look at this, Jacob.
He's looking to go.
See it again.
And it's Jay.
What's the end this? Oh, man.
Just trying to pound their opponent into the side.
Jimmy might just finish things.
Oh, what a kick. And again to the back of the head.
Pass Sammy ended it there.
Here we go. Jacob.
Uso.
Uso splash.
Jimmy with a game ender.
Cover.
Top rope. Uso splash by Jay.
Here are your winners, Roman Reigns, Jimmy and Jay Uso, and Sami Zayn, the Bloodline.
Here we go. First two combatants locked in the War Game structure. The original Bloodline versus the new Bloodline in the match beyond.
The WWE Universe has wanted to see this war for some time, gentlemen. Roman and his old guard versus Solo and the new crew.
So many questions. Can Roman's teammates put their past animosity aside? Can the rest of Solo's gang handle the match against competitors with more War Games experience?
Well, Byron, I think we'll know the answer to all those questions in just a matter of minutes. Sami Zayn grew so much as a member of the Bloodline, it really gave him a sense of self-worth.
Yeah, but part of that self-worth came from defying Roman, from defeating the Usos, which begs the question, and I wish there was a better way to phrase this. Is Sami Zayn still Usi?
I think he is, Corey. Sami seems elated to be fighting alongside Jay and even Jimmy. Those are his dogs.
Rapid fire Samoan drop.
A lot to prove from the new Bloodline tonight. Gentlemen, do you think they can do it?
Absolutely, Cole. Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, Tonga Loa, and Tama Tonga have been competing on a different level as of late.
They have won some major matches and earned titles too, but I worry they might not be as ready for War Games as Roman's crew. There's a lot more big match experience in general on Roman's side.
No, that may be true, but Solo's side has youth and a devil-may-care attitude that can work out tremendously inside War Games. I expect Solo's side to go all out here inside this sadistic structure.
And talk about giving a DDT with authority. I think tonight is going to be a breakout performance for Jacob Fatu. So much raw talent in that young man.
Every Bloodline member, new and old, is a generational athlete. But Jacob seems to be a step ahead of every one of these men at times.
Many already believe Jacob can take the mantle as the leader of the Bloodline. If he's the one to earn the victory tonight, his time as the Tribal Chief may come sooner than anyone thinks. Went for the springboard and miss.
Samoa drop.
Oh, man, a little extra luster behind that kick.
Turning around with a reversal. Drop kick.
Beautiful.
If there's one man here with the most to prove, it's got to be Tonga Loa.
We've often seen that the man with the most to prove ends up being the difference maker in war games. Many folks think Tonga Loa is just a foot soldier for Solo. But let's not forget, this man is the son of Haku. Just like his father, Tonga Loa truly excels in a brawl. And there is no bigger brawl than war games.
And seconds left before the odds are evened here. And another big right.
Tonga Loa now entering the fray of Bloodline War Games.
Into the neck breaker. Beautiful.
They're going to use the cage as a weapon. Did you hear that impact? Solo Sikoa, leader of the new bloodline, has called himself the head of the table, called himself the Tribal Chief.
And when he asked the WWE Universe to acknowledge him, we're hearing more and more of the crowd agree.
Well, Solo has grown in power with big wins and title reigns, but this is his biggest test yet. If his crew can defeat Romans, Sikoa will be everything he says he is and more.
Oh, shot right to the kidney.
The WWE Universe is pouring more fuel on Sammy in a tight spot. Oh, man.
Gotta be a bit tough for Jay to stand up amongst this team. Some close allies, but some enemies he's yet to forgive.
We've seen the wars that Jay has waged with his cousin Roman, with his brother Jimmy, but he needs to put that aside tonight.
And Jay has the title wins and big victories that earned him the main event moniker. But if he's the one to put away the new bloodline, he will truly be the main event of War Games.
Here's the buzzer, and Jimmy Uso is looking for revenge against the new bloodline in War Games.
Adding some extra spice to the numbers advantage by coming in armed to the teeth.
Looks like they're bringing additional firepower with them in what is now essentially a handicap match. Climbing up the War Games steel structure. Better be careful. Flying.
Through the ring door and adding a bit of leverage to the situation.
Solo Sikoa's group at a decided disadvantage. His side is less experienced inside this structure.
But look at how young and hungry Team Solo is. In particular, Tama Tonga is a real wild card. He's like a hyena locked in a cage with a bunch of raw meat.
I even asked him backstage if he was looking forward to this match, and he just said to me,
Great journalism there, Matt.
thanks, Michael.
And he just busted out an impactful maneuver. Both wrists captured. And that was some brutal impact on that DDT.
Tonga Loa put a stamp on this one.
Tonga Loa's eyes tracking, measuring him up.
8 men in this war, but one seems to be fighting his own internal battle. That man, Jimmy Uso, who's curtains saying with a big boom.
Is that all she wrote for Tonga Loa?
Look at this.
Oof, check that chair right out.
And guys, this is what War Games is all about. Both bloodlines leaving it all in the ring.
The old guard and new school trading their biggest shots in one of the most dangerous environments in all of WWE.
And Tonga Loa gets knocked off his game there.
Zayn, the master strategist with a master stroke.
So precise with the super kick.
Tonga Loa being neutralized there.
Never saw it coming.
OG bloodline leader Roman Reigns has so much on the line in this one, guys.
Absolutely, Michael. Solo Sikoa took his spot at the head of the table. He says he's the new Tribal Chief.
And that is Roman's legacy. Those names, this group, they mean something. But the bloodline represents all that Roman has built in his career. And he needs to take it back tonight.
What grace, float over the DDT.
Wait a second. He's going up the wall. The Extreme War Games mentality is taking over.
Now scaling the steel.
This is even madness greatness or brilliance.
It's about to be an uphill battle for one team once this clock hits zero.
The adrenaline is pumping, and the WWE Universe is on his side.
On top of the cage, long way down.
A fall means you're either back among the wolves or losing War Games. This is just unnecessary risk at this point. An escape will do you no good.
What's he doing, guys?
Throwing caution to the wind.
This slips her undercut. This is probably the worst thing that could have happened.
This place is going insane! The ground beneath my feet is shaking.
Just disrespectful.
And over to the ring he goes.
Oh, basically hammering their opponent into the floor.
What a takedown.
Sky high.
Hold on here. What good reason does he have to be climbing up the cage? So,
Yeah, lucky to check.
Will Jay end this?
Looking to go up high.
Russo. Jay with a game ender.
you said it with a big boot. Can Jacob Fatu come back from that?
New entrant about to come in, and not a moment too soon.
Something the name of purpose.
Scaling his unforgiving War Games cage.
And from the top,
Super kick. War Games has officially started, and a lot of damage has already been done.
this is about to devolve into total and utter mayhem. Superman punch!
Big blow hasn't wavering.
Reigns got all of it. Feeling like it's over for Sakura. Does Jimmy have any fight left?
From the middle rope. But then to Sami Zayn.
No doubt, Sami just ended this.
And Sakura is starting to show the effects of this match on his face.
You can see all the brutality the original Bloodline team has dished out. Everyone on Solo's team are filling the War Games cage with their own blood.
Disrespectfully hurt.
All-time counter on Tama Tonga.
Both wrists captured.
Boom! Good night. This could be it. He can win it all here. Whoa, just in time.
I thought this thing was over.
Solo's team takes it.
All hail the true bloodline.
Here are your winners.
And gentlemen, it is time for Bloodline War Games. Roman Reigns, the Usos, and Sami Zayn versus Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Jacob Fatu.
Both of these sides have a deep and abiding hatred for one another. Solo felt he was held down. His crew never called up during Roman's time as the tribal chief.
But most of the men on Roman's side were unceremoniously removed from the bloodline, courtesy of Solo Sikoa. And those who weren't have faced continued attacks from the new bloodline.
And the winners tonight are very likely to be considered the true bloodline by the WWE Universe. Let's see who comes out on top tonight.
Load over, nice DDT.
If there's one man here with the most to prove, it's got to be Tonga Loa.
We've often seen that the man with the most to prove ends up being the difference maker in war games.
Many folks think Tonga Loa is just a foot soldier for Solo. But let's not forget, this man is the son of Haku. Just like his father, Tonga Loa truly excels in a brawl. And there is no bigger brawl than war games.
Before War Games officially starts, what do you guys think is the key to the old school bloodline coming out on top?
Every one of these men is a proven main eventer, Michael, but that won't be enough if they can't stay on the same page.
Yeah, and given how united Solo's team is, I don't think even the Mount Rushmore of WWE can handle the new bloodline.
Roman and his crew need to remember what bonded them, what made their team Uzi, and work as a real team. Just one last time. Things could get ugly now as they head inside the cage.
That hit connects from Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn grew so much as a member of the Bloodline, it really gave him a sense of self-worth.
Yeah, but part of that self-worth came from defying Roman, from defeating the Usos, which begs the question, and I wish there was a better way to phrase this. Is Sami Zayn still Uzi?
I think he is, Corey. Sami seems elated to be fighting alongside Jay and even Jimmy. Those are his dogs. Ooh, what a jumping headbutt. Head being targeted again, it seems.
Can Jacob Fatu come back from that? Ooh!
Overhand right lands. Bang right in the face.
To the face. What a redirect.
8 men in this war, but one seems to be fighting his own internal battle. That man, Jimmy Uso.
He's currently on Team Roman, but this might be an instance of the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Well, Jimmy had clashes with Roman. He went to war with his brother Jay, but the men who put Jimmy on the shelf for months stand across the ring. Jimmy's out for every member of Solo's squad tonight, and he'll deal with the rest of his fractured family later.
Back suplex into the neck breaker. For Jacob Fatu. So much raw talent in that young man.
Every Bloodline member, new and old, is a generational athlete. But Jacob seems to be a step ahead of every one of these men at times.
Many already believe Jacob can take the mantle as the leader of the Bloodline. If he's the one to earn the victory tonight, his time as the tribal chief may come sooner than anyone thinks.
And now he's going to the top rope. On the top!
Crash landing. Samoan drop.
OG Bloodline leader Roman Reigns has so much on the line in this one, guys.
Oh, absolutely, Michael. Solo Sikoa took his spot at the head of the table. He says he's the new tribal chief.
And that is Roman's legacy. Those names, this group, they mean something. But the Bloodline represents all that Roman has built in his career. And he needs to take it back tonight.
As if the numbers advance.
Jacob's planning something here.
And looking at Jacob Fatu.
DDT! Did Jacob Fatu get enough of it?
The odd man in, and he's looking for an ace up his sleeve now. From the middle. Splash! Under the apron now, looking to stack the odds even higher in their team's favor here.
Old Bloodline, new Bloodline. Both sides engaging in a brutal battle.
Every one of these men is fighting with every fiber in their being to be considered the true Bloodline. Into the cage now, and the numbers advantage is locked in.
Solo Sikoa's group at a decided disadvantage. His side has less experience inside this structure.
But look at how young and hungry Team Solo is. In particular, Tama Tonga is a real wild card. He's like a hyena locked in a cage with a bunch of raw meat.
I even asked Tama backstage if he was looking forward to this match, and he just said to me,
great journalism there, man.
Thanks, Michael.
dangerous environments in all of
Here it comes. Stay away from the worm. Solo Sikoa, leader of the new bloodline, has called himself the head of the table. Called himself Tribal Chief.
And when he asked the WWE Universe to acknowledge him, we're hearing more and more of the crowd agree. Well, Solo has grown in power with big wins and title reigns, but this is his biggest test yet. If his crew can defeat Romans, Solo will be everything he says he is.
Incoming!
Nasty boot by Zay, and that can vanquish Tama.
the top rope.
And Jimmy Uso lift off. This game's about winning at any and all costs. This competitor knows exactly what they want to do. Push on the top rope. Up on the top rope. Out to this part of town for these two competitors. This could go south in a hurry. Here we go.
Sending it reading through the table. Nothing but carnage and wood fragments are left.
We've got a numbers advantage incoming as the countdown is about to run out. But meanwhile, Zayn has this locked up. And the Tribal Chief is now entering Bloodline War Games. It is beyond electric in here. Top rope. There's no good reason to stand on the cage like this.
Will Jimmy seal this up?
Look at him. Oh, no. What impact.
Risking it all with a daredevil whip on the top of the cage. I don't know who got the worst of that.
Oh, no. Someone call the orthodontist. This is a situation you want to avoid. Tama fights back. What grace! Float over to the DDT! And Zayn looking a bit worse for wear after being on the receiving end of that offense.
Well-placed punch. Ugly. Effective response.
Sami Zayn with a big boot.
Crucial moment for Tonga Loa.
John Henry swinging a hammer like that.
And his body seems to be the preferred target.
The timer is running out, and this next competitor will equalize things inside the cage.
Up into the fireman's carry.
And now the new Tribal Chief, Solo Sikoa, joining Bloodline War Games. Punch right in the head. What a fall. And looking at Jey Uso.
Jay nailed all of it.
What impact. Is official, you guys. The last combatant in assesses the situation.
Entering one of the most dangerous matches in WWE history has to be unnerving.
Really challenging the Tribal Chief with that.
That's the kind of a
Goes for the cover.
He might just have it.
Kicks out before the 2 count.
Wow. I thought for sure that was it.
Oh, disturbing impact. And what's he got planned for Reigns?
Implanted by the DDT.
May have just vanquished Reigns.
Trying to go for it again. And looking at Jacob Fatu.
Both wrists captured. No way Sabre recovered from that.
And James on the long end of some ruthless offense there. This match is getting the better of it.
I highly doubt anybody's going to throw in the towel, though. Jumping DDT.
Absolutely planned. Coming back from Reigns after that.
Jay has Solo right where he wants him. Just punishing their opponent.
Down on the windpipe. He's going looking at his best. Shoulders are down.
Looks like this could be the end.
And a rude awakening for Zayn there.
You can really tell that Tonga Loa is desperate not to lose control of this match again at this point.
Jay with an opening to go high.
Top rope. Uso with the Uso splash. Will Jay take advantage?
And Team Roman wins War Games.
The new bloodline has fallen.
Your winners, Roman Reigns.
And gentlemen, it is time for Bloodline War Games. Roman Reigns, the Usos, and Sami Zayn versus Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Jacob Fatu.
Both of these sides have a deep and abiding hatred for one another. Solo felt he was held down. His crew never called up during Roman's time as the tribal chief.
But most of the men on Roman's side were unceremoniously removed from the bloodline courtesy of Solo Sikoa. And those who weren't have faced continued attacks from the new bloodline.
And the winners tonight are very likely to be considered the true bloodline by the WWE Universe. Let's see who comes out on top tonight. If there's one man here with the most to prove, it's got to be Tonga Loa.
We've often seen that the man with the most to prove ends up being the difference maker in War Games.
Many folks think Tonga Loa is just a foot soldier for Solo. But let's not forget, this man is the son of Haku. Just like his father, Tonga Loa truly excels in a brawl. And there is no bigger brawl than War Games. He's able to avoid heavy contact. Looking for a...
He finds a counter for Jay. Countdown's on and get ready because this will give one team a greater number of combatants. Sami Zayn grew so much as a member of the bloodline, it really gave him a sense of self-worth.
Yeah, but part of that self-worth came from defying Roman, from defeating the Usos, which begs the question, and I wish there was a better way to phrase this. Is Sami Zayn still Usi?
I think he is, Corey. Sami seems elated to be fighting alongside Jay and even Jimmy. Those are his dogs.
Super kick! Ouch!
And now...
Here we go!
Axe handle from the middle rope.
Here we go, Byron.
Samoan drop. And walking through the structure door, this is where nightmares become reality.
OG Bloodline leader Roman Reigns has so much on the line in this one, guys.
Oh, absolutely, Michael. Solo Sikoa took his spot at the head of the table. He says he's the new tribal chief.
And that is Roman's legacy. Those names, this group, they mean something. But the bloodline represents all that Roman has built in his career. And he needs to take it back tonight.
And his head is becoming a bigger target. Stunts and repeated impacts like that will weaken you mentally as much as it does physically.
Oh, my God. Debilitating attacks like that are exactly how you create a big opening.
Mere seconds away from evening the odds in War Games. Solo Sikoa, leader of the new bloodline, has called himself the head of the table, called himself the tribal chief.
And when he asked the WWE Universe to acknowledge him, we're hearing more and more of the crowd agree.
Well, Solo has grown in power with big wins and title reigns, but this is his biggest test yet. If his crew can defeat Roman's, Sikoa will be everything he says he is and more.
He has truly gotten to a different zone, you guys.
Super kick!
Brutal knee strike. And that was some vicious DDT we just saw.
Delivering nasty stomps.
Punch right in the head. And Tonga Loa heads him off with the pass. I think tonight is going to be a breakout performance for Jacob Fatu. So much raw talent in that young man.
Every bloodline member, new and old, is a generational athlete.
And looking at Jacob Fatu.
This could put a stop to Zayn. Old bloodline, new bloodline, both sides engaging in a brutal battle.
Every one of these men is fighting with every fiber in their being to be considered the true bloodline.
The countdown early towards a shift in the status quo. And he counters.
Nice hip toss. There's the buzzer, and Jimmy Uso.
Jacob's planning something here.
Absolutely spiked. DDT. Jacob about to end this fight, and now officially in the fray. It pays to be coming in and have more friends than foes in the cage.
And guys, this is what War Games is all about. Both bloodlines leaving it all in the ring.
The old guard and new school trading. Look out!
8 men in this war, but one seems to be fighting his own in turn.
From the top.
They have him up.
Oh, punch right in the head.
Spear. Is that all she wrote for Tagaloa?
Look at this.
Blue Thunder Bomb. Just a brazen challenge, trying to provoke an incredibly rash reaction.
And targeting the leg there.
At this stage, there has to be some concern.
I'm positive this wasn't in his game plan. But if he wants to survive this match, he needs to come up with a new plan ASAP.
Hooked up, and the next entry coming to even up the odds. Solo Sikoa's group at a decided disadvantage. We're way out. Oh, he paid for that high risk.
Tonga looking to get wild inside War Games alongside his bloodline. Jay can seal it here.
Now scaling the War Game structure.
Spear!
Top rope, Uso splash.
Will Jay own this?
What energy in this arena tonight.
I'm getting goosebumps.
And another one. We've already seen a few blows land above the neck.
Solid punch. Gotta be a bit tough for Jay to stand up amongst this team. Some close allies, but some enemies he's yet to forget.
We've seen the work of Jay with his cousin Roman, with his brother Jimmy, but he needs to put that aside tonight.
And Jay has the title wins and big victories that earned him the main event moniker. If he's the one to put away the new bloodline, he will truly be the main event of War Games.
Rear super kick.
From behind, nasty.
This place has come unglued.
Comfort zone.
Counting down the seconds until this match.
Uso.
And now here's Jimmy Uso. Jimmy might have just finished things.
And the Tribal Chief is now entering Bloodline War Games.
Top rope. Uso with the Uso splash. Jay nailed all of it. Entering the ring and assessing the situation.
Is lost out there. Could mean the end's coming soon.
At this stage, he's endured plenty of big attacks.
Good grief. A stop sign flew like it was a frisbee. Kick to the cranium of their opponent.
Claw to the face. Ripping at the eyes.
Ooh, man.
He begins to climb the wall of the War Games cage. Oh, kick right in the back.
Caught off guard with a sharp knee. Strong hook.
My goodness. Effective dodge there.
He's definitely been worn down a little. Taking off up the cage in this War Games match. We've seen that look before. Jay in position.
Uh-oh. Tonga able to avoid impact. Ooh, sharp kick.
And with his coming entrant, the teams will officially be evened up.
Stiff kick. He's able to dodge out of the way.
And now the new Tribal Chief, Solo Sikoa, joining Bloodline War Games.
looking poised to finish Tama off. Takedown.
He lets go of the hold, but I don't see any reason for it.
No telling what's going on in his mind right now, Michael. There's some power behind that punch.
And
Reigns put his stamp on this one. Boom, what a forearm. Kick to the gut. Oh, brutal forearm.
What a shot. We're seeing more offense directed toward the head. A smart strategy in any situation.
Now's the time to capitalize.
Waiting for him to get back on his feet so he can strike. Kick from the middle rope. Nicely done.
Climbing up the wall now. And he's got some crazy on the top rope.
And it's Jey himself.
That could put Tama down for good.
And that has to bring Jimmy down.
Both wrists captured.
Man, knee strike. And Tama Loa close things out.
Nice side headlock applied.
This could do it. He breaks the ref's count before two.
I can't believe it. He just won't go away.
And Sikoa gets taken a step back in the wrong direction there.
Reigns making sure he acknowledges him after that.
But there's been a lot of damage to the head.
Come on, guys. What are we doing here? We got to end this thing.
Sent flying over to the other ring. Now Jimmy. That stops the count. What a save.
Making the most of that with the pin.
There's two. And Team Roman wins the War Games.
The new bloodline has fallen.
Your winners, Roman Reigns, Jimmy and Jey Uso, and Sami Zayn, the Bloodline.
Unbelievable. Roman's original bloodline crew found a way to work together and reestablish their dominance.
You may not know who your brother or enemy is by their last name, but when you're in battle, look to your left.
Team Solo was, of course, his usual backup of Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa, the sons of Haku, feared as one of the baddest men to ever walk planet Earth. Along with them, the Samoan werewolf, Jacob Fatu, son of Tama, also known as TK All Day, the Tonga Kid, another fearsome competitor from WWE's golden era. But did you know that Haku and Tama once comprised one of WWE's most impressive tag teams? Haku had been considered family by the Dynasty for years on end, and his teaming with Tama, brother of Rikishi, solidified this for eternity. The Islanders were a formidable test for any tag team in WWE in the late 1980s, competing against teams like the Hart Foundation and the British Bulldogs. Initially fan favorites, the two would embrace a more hard-nosed approach and even teamed up with WWE Hall of Famer Bobby the Brain Heenan, finding even more success. The team flawlessly merged aerial excellence, martial arts mastery, and some good old-fashioned Islander grit. Perhaps their most infamous moment saw them actually dog-nap Matilda, mascot of the British Bulldogs, showing that they were willing to do literally anything to throw opponents off their game. Both men are still revered today as two of the real legit tough guys in the industry, names that instill fear simply upon mention, and they absolutely taught their children well. Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa both loved to slowly brutalize an opponent in the traditional Haku style, while Jacob Fatu hurls his body at opponents from all angles with reckless abandon, much like Islander Tama in his TK all-day heyday. For their inclusion in the 2K25 showcase, we find the Islanders in a dream match, taking on another team that has mastered the air, ground fighting, and has their own brand of swag that keeps opponents guessing at all times. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about the Street Profits. Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins have put together one hell of a run in WWE, and the perennial tag team champions are going to find themselves in an unfamiliar setting, taking on Haku and Tama in a best 2 out of 3 falls match. Anyone can sneak a win out, but Haku and Tama often competed in this type of match to fully demonstrate the superiority to their opponents. And you can bet that they're out to do the same thing to Angelo and Tez. So get out there and showcase the tag team mastery that the Islanders used to terrorize their opponents. Lift your party cups and take one last sip for the Street Profits. And don't worry, no one will hold you responsible for the damage you and the Islanders caused them, because I assure you, the Islanders can handle the smoke.
It is time for the Street Profits to get themselves some of the Islanders.
Well, with all due respect to the smoke and the party cups, but AD and Tez need to up their game. This could be the Profits' night, but it's not going to be easy.
The Profits possess tremendous athleticism, but so do the Islanders. And let's not forget, the Islanders have Bobby Heenan in their corner.
The following contest is a 2 out of 3 falls match. On their way to the ring, at a combined weight of 492 pounds, Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins, the Street Profits.
The Islanders are known for innovative double-team offense, but they're looking to do more than just beat the Profits.
Well, under the Brains' incomparable tutelage, the Islanders have become smarter and more brutal.
Tez and Dawkins better have their third eye open and their heads on a swivel.
I expect to see expert-level tag teamwork from both the Profits and the Islanders, with supreme athleticism from all 4 competitors.
What this match could boil down to, guys, is which team picks up the first pinfall.
It's not going to take long for chaos to rule. The Profits and the Islanders are ready to see who is the best tag team on Earth.
The Street Profits had better be ready for what's coming.
Tez and Dawkins have to be ready to deal with any shortcut the Islanders can find.
And their opponents, accompanied by Bobby Heenan, at a combined weight of 499 pounds, Tama and Haku, the Islanders.
We know the Islanders are as vicious as they come, but the Street Profits excel in all forms of chaos.
Yeah, Corey, but the Islanders have a plan and will stop at nothing to carry that out.
Well, the Profits will have to truly compete as a team to overcome the odds in this 2 out of 3 falls match.
The truth is, I don't know if Ford and Dawkins have faced a team as dangerous as Haku and Tama.
And the Street Profits are going to have to execute a next-level plan to take down the Islanders and Heenan.
The Islanders versus the Street Profits in a best-of-3 falls match. This matchup represents two teams who want to rule the tag team division and have sharpened their offensive arsenal so one move can put away any opponent.
The Street Profits swag levels are at an all-time high, and they told the Islanders they want the smoke.
Look, this is the best Street Profits we've ever seen, but the Islanders are exceptionally dangerous. And don't forget their secret weapon in the form of Bobby the Brain Heenan.
A 2 out of 3 falls match is a different beast and a bit of a rarity in tag team competition. But one of these teams actually has a bit of a history with this stipulation.
Yeah, Cole, the Islanders have a history of success in multi-fall matches and in high-profile situations, no less. They competed in the main event of the first Royal Rumble event in this kind of match and won it in 2 straight falls.
They also won a 2 out of 3 falls match on Saturday night's main event. Bottom line, the Islanders are more than ready for this. Hopefully, the Street Profits are quick learners.
2 out of 3 falls matches are a unique test. Corey, break it down for us. What's going through the Profits' minds here?
Well, Tez and Dawkins cannot allow themselves to get frustrated, because if you lose your cool, you lose your focus, and you start to make mistakes.
There's a little more room for error in a multi-fall match, but not much when the competition level is this high. Something that Tez and Dawkins need to watch out for tonight is the presence of Bobby the Weasel Heenan. He'll do anything for his clients.
Don't you dare disparage the brain, Saxton. Heenan is indeed a wise man who has quickly brought the Islanders up the ranks. They'll be tag champions in no time.
Tearing down the leg now.
Boom!
Oh, ouch! Took him out at the knee.
Getting tagged in.
Down riding the schoolboy, shoulders are down.
And a shoulder is lifted before one.
Still in it.
What a gutsy performance.
Getting him right into the corner.
Turning the tables.
Look, I get that the Islanders are brutal, but when I look at Haku, I kind of see something royal about it.
Are you kidding me, Saxton? Haku's a big, mean dude who loves to brawl. Nothing about him says royalty.
Though Bobby Heenan does seem intent on taking the Islanders to the top of WWE, perhaps becoming king of the ring, is on that path.
Spectacular counter into a dragon screw.
That got turned around on Dawkins. Oh, strong impact. Ooh, pounding the breadbasket. Oh, a headbutt. And Dawkins can't be thinking about parties after that maneuver.
Quick and effective delivery there by Haku.
We're watching two great teams at work right now, but with the talent of this level in the ring, you have to wonder, are there any possible breakout single stars here?
Every one of these men has that sort of potential, Michael. I mean, Montez Ford has had moments of single success, competing in many high-profile matches on his own.
Though you'd be doing a great disservice to Angelo Dawkins, who has an equally impressive skill set should he go solo. And of course, both Islanders competed separately for a time in WWE before joining up. So you know that Tama and Haku can once again dominate as single stars. He gets the tag. Might not know where exactly he is right now, and it's about to get worse. What a crossbody.
Didn't look like Haku had a solution for that.
Yeah, with that, the Street Profits prove that where there's smoke, there's also fire to get burned with.
He just flipped the script there.
The Street Profits here against the Islanders.
There's just something about the Anawahi family that Tez and Dawkins can't quit.
From the heavens. Splash from the top.
And he's got to be in absolute agony right now.
Yeah, this is troubling. You know?
Soaring.
Flash. Attempting high-risk move after high-risk move at a breakneck pace.
Here we go.
Splash! You've got to be kidding me. Using your body as a missile over and over again.
We thought it was going to be the Street Profits going to the... Oh, there may be no escape from this.
He just decides to end the hold.
Wonder what he's thinking here.
I'm glad the Islanders are able to compete tonight. I was worried they'd have to...
This could do it!
Just like that, he gets a fall.
Haku shows the wherewithal.
Oh, catches a kick to the face.
Oh! Consecutive attacks keeping Dawkins off his game.
The Islanders straight up crushing the Profits here.
And he gets set back into the ring. A reversal. He saw that coming.
This is a big night for the Street Profits. Their party cups are filled to the brim tonight. I took a sniff of it, and it nearly knocked me out.
I've seen tap water knock you loopy, Saxton, but I know for a fact that the Profits have the strong stuff in hand tonight. In fact, I've heard the Islanders plan on taking a victory swig after this match.
They can definitely handle it, Corey. Tom and Haku have very strong heads. Dawkins could be moments away from being beaten. Haku with a tongue and death grip. Keep the team in this one. Now into the pen. Haku might have him. Second fall for the Islanders, and they beat the Profits.
Here are your winners, Tama and Haku, the Islanders.
What a matchup. The Islanders met the Street Profits at every turn in the air and the ground. This loss is going to hurt Dawkins and Ford for a long time.
Look, we saw tremendous tag teams do what they do best, but only one could win. And the Islanders stepped up and got the job done. Tama and
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't have the words to convey how proud I am to have been part of this historic showcase. Having worked alongside this family, this bloodline, for so many decades, reliving moments that I got to experience firsthand has been a privilege of the highest order. Introducing you to WWE legends that I hold in such high esteem, and also spotlighting the modern day greatness their descendants have provided you in recent years, all to pay tribute to the greatest wrestling family I have ever known, has truly been my privilege. To be successful in this industry is a 1 in a billion chance. To see one bloodline continuously pump out superstar after superstar, champion after champion, generation after generation, is a testament not only to the skills they possess, but also to the work they put in to become absolute masters of their craft. And it cannot be stated any other way. This dynasty, this family, this bloodline has mastered every single solitary aspect of professional wrestling. And by reliving their magnificent history, you've begun your path of mastery as well. You've conquered former champions, righted some very egregious historical wrongs, survived war games, and even settled the question as to who the true tribal chief really is. You've unlocked WWE legends who are now ready to unleash their special brand of offense on current WWE superstars who didn't think they'd ever have to face these classic competitors like Haku or the Wild Samoans. It wasn't easy. And you definitely had to get a little oozy along the way. But you showed that bloodline spirit and determination, and now you stand at the top of the mountain. On behalf of WWE and the 2K families, we all thank you so very much for playing. And on behalf of every fan of this beautiful performance art known as professional wrestling, we thank you, the Anawai, Fatu, and Maivia clans, for decades of entertainment and generations of pure brilliance, for creating greatness with your hard work and sharing it with all of us so freely. Before we go, we do have one last surprise for you at home. Now that you've showcased your skills and earned a spot as an honorary Oos, it's time for you to choose who rules your WWE Universe as the Tribal Chief. Is Roman Reigns still your Tribal Chief, or have you thrown in with the attempted coup by Solo Sikoa? Do you want to see Tamina finally rule over everyone, or is it TK all day, every day, don't you say? Regardless of who you choose, you've earned the right to acknowledge your Tribal Chief.
The following match is the 2K Showcase Tribal Gauntlet. The winner of this match will be acknowledged as your Tribal Chief. The rules of the match are as follows. 2 superstars will start in the ring. When one superstar is eliminated, a new superstar enters. Eliminations can occur by pinfall, submission, disqualification, or countouts. The match will be won if the first entrant eliminates all other entrants in the match.
The Bloodline Gauntlet match begins here, gentlemen, with our first entrant.
A superstar with a daunting challenge ahead.
And from Miami, Florida, weighing in at 265 pounds, The Rock!
Grinding your way through the bloodline? One of the biggest dynasties in history? Is it even possible?
Well, it's highly improbable, but nothing's impossible in WWE. It requires incredible courage to take on the Bloodline.
And there's no tougher challenge than taking on the entire Bloodline in a gauntlet match. Can't imagine what's going on inside this superstar's head.
Wow. How's this for an opening opponent in a gauntlet match?
Makes you want to throw in the towel before the bell even rings.
Weighing in at 285 pounds, the Samoan Werewolf, Jacob.
And on the other side of this first hurdle, just one of the Bloodline's most savage and powerful members.
The Bloodline starting things off with a bang, looking to make short work of this challenger.
This is where it begins. The ultimate gauntlet challenge against the full might of the Bloodline.
Win or loss, this is an historic undertaking. History being made right here. The most prestigious family in the history of our business. Is at war with one of their own members, and tonight will be a battle to set order to the entire Bloodline.
An uphill battle is what it will be. You have the toughest set of competitors trying to dash your dreams of being recognized as the head of the table.
And we know there was turmoil in the family coming into this match, so much so they decided a gauntlet match is the only way to set the narrative straight.
Let's call it what it is, Michael. The family wants to put this member in their place. Wants to bring them down a peg. To me, tonight reads more like punishment for having ambition.
And Jacob Fatu is having the fight brought right to him there.
Trapped in the corner.
Non-stop blows.
Kick to the body.
Right on target with a stop to the gut. Jacob sidesteps that.
What could The Rock be looking for?
From the top rope.
And does not get it.
Vicious right forearm.
And we know the lineup we are seeing tonight is exceptionally talented. Each one is capable of taking anybody to their breaking point.
Yeah, but I think our prime challenger has a chip on their shoulder. As dangerous as this lineup looks, I do believe the most dangerous individual is the one who's taken them all on.
An overbearing assault on Jacob now.
Jacob's being cut off at every pass.
An unyielding showing of authority, no two ways about it.
Up fast. Buster. Down hard.
There it is! Rock bottom! The Rock got all of it!
2 count. He's still in this fight.
I can't believe this whole arena's in shock!
Yeah, but no one's more shocked than the man who thought he had a pinfall.
The Rock is already unloaded with everything everything he's got, and it wasn't.
Here it comes. Can Jacob Fatu come back from that?
There's two. It's all over for Jacob Fatu. No match for the gauntlet.
I'm so caught up, I forgot where the hell we are in the entry list. Trust me, many more battles await. Peter Maivia looking to make a statement in this gauntlet match. And as cruel as this match might seem, let's not forget, this is family. And right or wrong, however a family settles their disputes needs to be respected.
But one can even ask if this is a fight to fix a family or a night to control an entire business.
It's hard to say, Byron, when the family business is all about fighting. Boom, kick connects.
Bam! Well-placed kick.
Belly. Electrifying offense from the Brahma Bull.
And The Rock's opponent is looking like a jabroni.
Overhead, belly to belly by the Great One.
And let's not lose the reason for this match, the right or the honor to have sole possession of the seat that stands at the head of the table.
Well, if you can survive tonight, you will be at the top of the mountain, casting an enormous shadow over every possible challenger.
I'm already in.
Here it comes!
The Rock bottom. Picture perfect from The Rock.
Kick out. I thought it was finished off for sure.
I would have bet this was one after that last hit.
Goes to show you just never know what your opponent's capable of.
Guys, even The Rock can't believe it. He thought that was that. Now the Brahma Bull is left searching for answers.
Dribbling the opponent's head like a basketball.
Ooh, and he manages to reverse. Strikes with a kick.
Overhead belly to belly.
Punch.
Going head to head, putting each other to the test.
No signs of either combatant backing down.
Big shots being fired right now. Neither competitor letting up.
It looks like we've got ourselves a brawl here. There is the People's Punch.
Really continuing to take a beating in this match.
Taking on so much offense. You got to worry about the lingering effects.
Buster
Down hard.
And there's the cover. Peter Maivia eliminated from this gauntlet match.
There are still so many competitors left. It's hard to even focus on just one elimination here. Coming our way in the gauntlet now is Umaga.
Umaga is in a distressing spot.
Umaga has to find a way to turn things around. About to is there any life left in Umaga?
Two. No way. No way.
There is not a more terrifying sight than Umaga kicking out after you hit him with your best shot.
It isn't over yet. The Rock has to find a way to persevere right. Will this be enough? And he gets his shoulder up before the count.
At this point in the match, I'm not surprised.
Clothesline. Umaga certainly wasn't shown any mercy with that attack. And a kick.
Ooh.
From the top.
And coming down with incredible force. Massive damage to the whole body.
Rock spinebuster.
There it is.
Bottom by the Rock.
The Rock has this wrapped up.
Two. And a kick out. No one saw that coming.
If a kick out like that isn't a wake-up call as to the kind of...
Here it comes.
Picture perfect from The Rock.
Two. Umaga coming up short of this gauntlet match.
Motivation is key here as we still have a lot of entrants still waiting.
Gauntlet time for Rocky Maivia. Here we go.
And Corey, there's more than family pride on the line tonight. Everyone in WWE is watching, wanting to know this challenge can be conquered.
And think about the bragging rights. If you run through the gauntlet of one of the most prestigious families in all of wrestling, you will automatically be considered the toughest badass walking this earth.
The Rock, can you smell it? The Rock's opponent needs to know his role.
Cutting off the offense with a nasty chop block.
Ooh, he's taking a bit of damage from these blows.
Oh, what a kick. Ooh. Oh, what a kick.
Boom. Ah, perfect kick.
Ooh.
Great. Inside cradle. Oh, look at this small package.
A kick out before the referee can get to one.
Channeling his energy to stay in this matchup.
Miami against stonewalled.
Rock finally finding a way to slow his opponent's assault down.
But Rock has to keep the pedal at full throttle while he has the opening.
Reigns down an elbow in retaliation. And a clothesline. Maivia in a state of distress.
Heavy work being done to Maivia right now.
Oh!
Uh-oh. About to hit. By the People's Champ.
Rocky doesn't know where he is.
2 count. Oh, shoulder up before 3.
How about once he executed that, it was good night.
You have to wonder how much more can he take?
That usually finishes most men. The Rock has to be frustrated, not getting the fall.
Manages to slip out of the way.
He's already feeling the effects.
Yeah, Maivia displayed just a touch of his offensive capabilities.
Right in the face.
My God.
Counter. Saw it coming. And a big boot. Oh, man.
Catches the kick.
Into a dragon screw leg whip.
Has him in the corner, thinking of the next move.
Punch lands. Rock. Buster.
Down hard. The millions are about to experience it. Full head of steam.
People's elbow. The Rock got all of it.
Cover. 2. Yes, Rocky Maivia has been eliminated. Time to hit the showers.
This thing's just getting going. 5. That's 5 more competitors are set to fight.
Here's Yokozuna, ready to shake things up in this gauntlet.
Someone hold the roof down, because I think it's coming off the hinges.
What an atmosphere. An insane amount of adrenaline must be coursing through these competitors' veins.
Fist right on the temple.
Oh, man. Inside out. Yokozuna dodges out of that.
And that attack certainly took its toll on The Rock.
Rock sensed that was coming. Punch to the stomach connects. Buster down hard.
The millions and millions are prepared to experience
People's elbow.
could be the end for Yokozuna. Oof, kick finds it. Boom. Well-placed kick.
And Yokozuna got caught cold there, not the way he planned it.
Yeah, that's the kind of offense that opened people's eyes to The Rock.
Oh, what a massive haymaker down low. He's all up and coming.
His can could put The Rock away for good. Still hit with a quick kick out.
It's unthinkable. Someone beating the 1 count at this point.
Clothesline!
Off with their head. Oh, what a kick.
These two going strike for strike, it seems.
Just teeing off with that fight forever vibe. Looks like a hockey fight's just broken out.
WWE Universe appreciating these athletes going all out.
You can feel the contact, and so does the WWE Universe.
Oh, man.
Both absolutely drained.
Back and forth, blow for blow, just teeing off on another.
And just like that, the scales are imbalanced.
Buster!
Down hard. Shoulders down.
No, he gets the shoulder up.
Really had less than a second to stay alive there. There it is!
The Rock has this wrapped up. Is it enough? The cover!
And that's the end of this gauntlet for Yokozuna.
That's an elimination, but this isn't the end of the road. We still have 4 more entrants to go.
The Gauntlet's next entrant is Haku.
Clothesline! The Rock now has a leg up in this match.
Showing exactly why he's the great one. Bang! Ooh, stinging kick. Kick!
Nasty kick.
Uh-oh. About to rock bottom.
Rock got it. I think it's over. 2.
Time's up for Haku. No longer running the gauntlet.
Yeah, but there are 3 more waiting to get into this match.
Watch out. Here comes Alpha. And this gauntlet just got very interesting.
Big clothesline.
And at this point in the gauntlet, are you gentlemen stunned by how long this combatant has been able to survive?
Look, you should never underestimate the fire of a Samoan. In any other circumstance, I wouldn't be surprised. But if you look at the caliber of relatives already eliminated, you can't help but be impressed.
Things now not going well for Alpha.
Alpha's getting shut down at every turn.
And Alpha gets taken a step back in the wrong direction there.
The Rock brought that Hawaii toughness to bear, and his opponent didn't have an answer.
And Rock gave a shoulder up. Better hold up on the victory parade.
It's been a hardship for these superstars to get to this point, and I think these fans are dropping.
There it is. Yes, rock bottom.
Crucial moment for Alpha.
2. He got him. Alpha's been knocked out of the gauntlet.
And now with just 2 more entrants to go in this gauntlet, anything can happen.
Here we go. Solo Sikoa entering the gauntlet.
clothesline.
Forcefully delivered.
And as we get deeper into this war for the head of the table, the WWE Universe has gained hope. They're starting to believe a miracle is possible tonight.
The energy in the arena has shifted. Members of the Bloodline may have expected things to be over by now, but somehow one of their own has proven to be defiant in the face of all challengers.
The Rock is laying the smack it down. The Rock reaching that other level. Oh. Rock spine buster.
There it is! The Rock got all of it! Cover!
2. It's all over for Solo Sikoa. No match for the gauntlet.
Only 2 competitors left now in this gauntlet. Who's going to get the glory?
And here comes Tama, bringing everything he's got to this gauntlet match.
One final adversary stands in the way. The road has been tumultuous, but the finish line is in sight.
Finish the job on your fellow brethren, and there will be no question as to who sits at the head of the table.
Bang! He finds a counter. Clothesline! Tama is really falling behind.
Tama really had to show some more resistance.
Overhead belly to belly. Definitely some damage dealt to him there. Oof! What an interception! Dragon screw!
Momentum going back to Tama's corner.
Yeah, showing he's got some fight left in him.
There's return fire on Tama. Oh, ouch!
Kick lands.
Belly to belly. Ooh! What a kick. Oof! Oh! That kick will stop you in your tracks. Rock. Buster!
Down hard. Looking to end this once and for all.
Wow, what a win. The Rock with the victory.
The winner of this match, and officially, your Tribal Chief, The Rock!
The battlefield was laid out. The gauntlet was fierce. Pain will live tomorrow. Scars will remain for life. But in this family, you will rule your own kin from a seat at the head of the table.
Here we go first two combatants locked in the War Games structure. The original Bloodline versus the new Bloodline in the match beyond.
The WWE Universe has wanted to see this war for some time, gentlemen. Roman and his old guard versus Solo and the new crew.
So many questions. Can Roman's teammates put their past animosity aside? Can the rest of Solo's gang handle a match against competitors with more War Games experience?
Well, Byron, I think we'll know the answer to all those questions in just a matter of minutes. Solo Sikoa's group at a decided disadvantage. His side has less experience inside the structure.
But look at how young and hungry Team Solo is. In particular, Tama Tonga is a real wild card. He's like a hyena locked in a cage with a bunch of raw meat.
I even asked Tama backstage if he was looking forward to this match, and he just said to me, yeah.
Great journalism there, Byron.
Thanks, Michael.
Before War Games officially starts, what do you guys think is the key to the old school Bloodline coming out on top?
Every one of these men is a proven main eventer, Michael, but that won't be enough if they can't stay on the same page.
Yeah, and given how united Solo's team is, I don't think even the Mount Rushmore of WWE could handle the new Bloodline.
Roman and his crew need to remember what bonded them, what made their team Uzi, and work as a real team. Just one last time.
Super kick!
Sami Zayn grew so much as a member of the Bloodline, it really gave him a sense of self-worth.
Yeah, but part of that self-worth came from defying Roman, from defeating the Usos, which begs the question, and I wish there was a better way to phrase this. Are we about to see it?
DDT! Jay is down and out! Oof. Man, a little extra luster behind that kick. Ooh, sharp kick. Strong kick. My goodness. Enters the ring and is diving head first into the chaos of this match.
There's some power behind that punch. Caught square by the haymaker. Got him in the corner now. Repeated headbutts.
Bludgeoning their opponent. 8 men in this war, but one seems to be fighting his own internal battle. That man, Jimmy Uso.
He's currently on Team Roman, but this might be an instance of the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Well, Jimmy had clashes with Roman. He went to war with his brother Jay, but the men who put Jimmy on the shelf for months stand across the ring. Jimmy's out for every member. Taking flight. Misses big time. Just took a very unpleasant trip from ring to ring.
This War Games just got Uzi. Zayn joining the original Bloodline side.
Snap power slam.
OG Bloodline leader Roman Reigns has so much on the line in this one, guys.
Oh, absolutely, Michael. Solo Sikoa took his spot at the head of the table. He says he's the new
Once more, setting it up.
DDT. Drago about to end this fight. Oh! Sending him all the way over to the next ring.
Oh, what a kick.
Boom. What an interception.
Spectacular counter into a dragon screw.
Boom! Saw it coming and slowed it down with the back elbow. Oh, good gravy. Thrown into the corner with a little something extra.
Solo Sikoa, leader of the new Bloodline, has called himself the head of the table, called himself the tribal chief.
And when he asked the WWE
Positioning their opponent on the top turnbuckle. High-risk offense. Tama Tonga looking to get wild inside War Games alongside his Bloodline. From the top.
Numbers advantage or not, he's leaving nothing to chance as he searches under the apron.
He's looking for yet another exclamation mark. DDT! End of the line for Zayn. He's carrying some serious equipment into the cage with him, ready to fully exploit the numbers game.
That'll be a bit tough for Jay to stand up amongst this team. Some close allies, but some enemies he's yet to forgive.
We've seen the wars that Jay has waged with his cousin Roman, with his brother Jimmy, but he needs to put that aside tonight.
And Jay has the title wins and big victories that earned him the main event moniker. But if he's the one to put away the new bloodline, he will truly be the main event of War Games.
Right to the gut. Lands a kick to the gut. Headbutt after headbutt after headbutt.
Taking the wind out with a stomp to the solar plexus. So ruthless.
I think tonight is going to be a breakout performance for Jacob Fatu. So much want.
Wrist captured. Boom! Good night. What a knee. And Loa close things out.
We're seconds away from these teams being at even strength.
He's got a plan for that table, and it does not involve a dinner party. Here's the buzzer, and Jimmy Uso is looking for revenge against the new... bloodline in War Games.
Nothing fancy here, just raw power.
Both wrists captured.
Loa put a stamp on this one.
I can't believe this atmosphere.
Everyone wanted a banger, and boy, you got it.
If there's one man here with the most to prove, it's got to be Loa.
We've often seen that the man with the most to prove ends up being the difference maker in War Games.
Many folks think Loa is just a foot soldier for Solo. But let's not forget, this man is the son of Haku. Just like his father, Loa truly excels in a brawl. And there is no bigger brawl than War Games. Goodness gracious, the table just exploded.
Blast off! Sent flying.
That vicious streak of Jimmy Uso somewhat returned in kind there.
Yeah, Jacob looked caught.
Tama Tonga setting it up. Here it comes. Tonga twist.
Victory nearly in hand for Tama Tonga.
And the balance of power from one jumping DDT.
Tama Tonga's looking to wrap this one up.
Super kick.
Good night.
Tama Tonga
Executing a vicious Tongan twist.
Victory nearly in hand for Tama Tonga.
He even put through the ringer tonight.
Climbing into the ring, pretty much entering a war zone.
And he's looking at the source now.
The top.
The WWE Universe is absolutely on fire right now.
I can barely hear you, Byron. I'm loving this. Ooh, right to the throat.
He is locked in and has his opponent dead to rights. Bludgeoning their opponent. So ruthless. Roger. Unleashing a barrage on their opponent. Uso.
Slowly getting back up, and he is not going to like what's next.
Clock counting down. A sigh of relief can surely be breathed once the next competitor enters.
Ooh, that's how you dominate your... To the sky!
And the Tribal Chief is now entering Bloodline War Games.
And that's a stiff shot to the body.
The teams are squared up, but he doesn't think that's enough, apparently.
He is leaving nothing to chance with these even teams.
And it's time. War Games is officially underway.
The battle lines have been drawn. Both sides have seemingly given their all. But War Games now officially underway. They have to give
Sikoa might have just finished things.
what a headbutt.
Vicious.
Both wrists captured.
That could finish off Roman. This will turn. But meanwhile, Zayn is slowly closing this out. Sikoa has his eyes targeting his big brother.
Great position at the head of the table being challenged there. My goodness, the human skeleton shouldn't have to fail.
Earth-shattering.
That's going to keep Sikoa down. Driving the cage, but that makes absolutely no sense.
Uso splash. Chain mail all of it.
His body has to be racked with pain.
Jay has Solo right where he wants him.
And Stamina's going to drain fast, taking shots to the torso like this. He's getting on his feet, vulnerable to what's coming next. Blast off!
Tama goes for the pin. Kicking out before the count.
How this match is still going on defies all reasoning.
Tossed clear across that gap and crashing.
Both wrists captured.
Man, knee strike.
Tonga Loa put a stamp on this one.
Two. He kicks out somehow.
The tribal chief digging down deep and fighting through.
Duck the clothesline. Turn around. Hey, combination here. What a move. Then we see Tonga Loa.
Tonga executing it.
Going for the cover. Shoulders her down. Just escapes defeat. Looking to take it to the air. Look at that.
Got the cover. This might be the end.
He looked a little worn down now.
Zayn capitalized on that opening right here.
Rapid fire Samoa drop. The finishing touches.
Reigns got all of it.
Cashing in on that effort. Keeps his team in this one.
Then we see Tonga Loa. Oh, a combination! Enziguri. Uh-oh, so
Tonga executing a vicious Tongan twist. Tama could end it there. From the heavens.
Solo can end this now.
2 count. And Solo's team takes it.
All hail the true bloodline.
Just going all out with every blow.